Detroit 77.5, Cleveland 76.5, Kansas City 74.5. So, like, Nick, which of those teams is most likely to eclipse their win total? Cleveland, the last time they paced for fewer than 80 wins was 2012.
Yeah, it's kind of wild to see what's happened with the Guardians over the years. And look, the Royals, too, a team that I definitely had a soft spot for a while. Of course, they were pretty successful for a short bit, but that's what happens with small market teams. But we look at the Tigers, and obviously they were a big surprise last year. They won 77 games. They're projected 77 and a half right now. So to me, they became better in the offseason. They added Erod, they added Pineda. We're expecting to see Spencer Torkelson, Riley Green as part of the lineup this year. They added Javi Baez, and of course, you still have Scope, Grossman, Badu. So I look at this team, and I don't think, they're going to contend for the postseason necessarily. But, if they stay healthy throughout the entirety of the season, they added better guys. There's no reason to think they can't at least build on what they were last season, and all that. And building on that would just be 78 wins. That's better than they did last season. So I think they can get that at minimum. If you're feeling really good about the Tigers this year and you want to take a little extra risk, I talked about the division straight forecast for White Sox and Twins. When you look at Tigers, White Sox, for the White Sox to win the division and the Tigers to come in second, and I would say if the Twins don't do it, I would think it'd be the Tigers. That's plus 450. I still like the other option better, but if you really like the Tigers and think that they can pull off a little surprise this season, that'd be the way to go.
Erik, which of these teams do you want to take the over on their win total?
Yeah, so again, taking a look at those projection systems as a starting point of the analysis here, because I think computers are pretty good at conceptualizing an entire roster at once in the way that our puny human minds can't always. The only team that's above the win total on both Fangraphs and Baseball Prospectus is actually Cleveland. Surprisingly, I would think. The other two are getting more of the hype because they're interesting, but Cleveland's just kind of boring. They're settling into this territory where it seems like they shoot for 78 to 82 wins, and hey, if they get lucky, maybe they work their way to 88 and win a wild card some seasons. Remember, too, that they won 90-plus games if you prorate their 2020 numbers in the previous 5 seasons. They've had some talent drain, obviously, since then, but they still won 80 last year. I can't really say they got a lot worse, and they won that 80 even with their ace Shane Bieber missing about half the season. So I think even though this is the least exciting team in the division, it's still a bland 5 fine team that shouldn't find it too hard to win 77 to 80 games.